Good morning and welcome to our Returning to Spirit Roots of Reconciliation workshop. Today we're going to start by going over some of the things that we need to begin our workshop. And the first thing we would like to do is to start with an opening ceremony. An opening ceremony can be whatever the group feels comfortable with. We could do an opening prayer, we could do a meditation, we could do a song, we could do a welcoming that way. And so I'll let the group decide. Okay, now that we are done our opening prayer, we are going to start by going over our introductions. So my name is Deidre Gregory. I am Anishinaabe and I'm from Treaty 2 territory, and I currently live in Brandon. I'm originally from Ebb and Flow, Bacon Ridge, and ties to Duck Bay as well. So I am here as your facilitator today, and I'm going to help facilitate the workshop for you. So now we're going to go around and everybody's going to introduce themselves. I want you to tell me your name, where you are from, what is your intention for this week. I want to thank everybody for going around and introducing themselves, and now we will move on to the next piece. So the purpose of our workshop is to empower you to reconcile you with others, and you with life. So what that means is, for yourself, that may mean letting go of the past, letting go of that guilt we hold, those trust issues, any kind of things that are keeping us from being our true being. We're going to help with that. The second one is others. So we're going to help you reconcile you with others. And that might include being controlled by others, being angry with people, taking it out on others, blaming others. So we're going to help you to reconcile you with others. And the third piece is we're going to help you, empower you to learn how to reconcile you with life. And that could be learning how to how you have that need to control things, where you have given up power, that secrets we hold, or those bouts of depression. So we're going to look at letting go of the past and being an observer in life versus being a participant. So we are hoping that this workshop will help you to discover how you can be that active participant in your life. So the promises of this workshop are: you will discover where you give up your power, what keeps you from having personal power, how to have personal power show up in your life. So this workshop, what this isn't. So the workshop isn't therapy, it isn't religion, culture, education, psychology, fixing, or rehashing the past. So what it is seeing yourself in life. So this is about you. You'll take a very profound look at you in this workshop, as each of us are wired in a particular way, and you're going to discover how you are wired. And the ways we are going to do that in this workshop, there are 5 ways we're going to have use these 5 ways over the next 4 days, and we're going to have group processes. So that could be a small or large group. We're going to have concepts and dialogue. We're going to present information to you. We're going to have conversations around it. Experiential process. So we're going to look at unique experiences of ourselves and of each other. And then we're going to look at personal processes. So the experiential processes will be followed by group discussions where we are able to have participants share their personal insights into their lives. And lastly, we're going to have some evening assignments where you are given some tasks and you will be able to use the information that you've learned. So now I want to go over this model here. This is called the model of stuckness, and this is what we are going to do over the next 4 days. As you can see this circle here, this represents you. And when you were born pure, whole, in your natural state, and all of this was white. It was clear. But as we began to go through life and experience different things happened to us where that spirit of us, that true being of us, began to be covered by these things. So this black piece here, this is the stuff that we're going to be working on. This white piece is the spirit of you, and this other stuff is what's in front of the spirit of you. So we're going to help you uncover this information here so that you can be who you truly are. So we will spend almost 3 days looking at what's in front. So we're going to spend a lot of time at figuring out what this stuff is. This stuff is different for everybody, but we have the tools and the concepts here to help you figure out how to discover what those are. So how we shift from one to the other is by discovering new possibilities. And the reason why this workshop is so helpful and powerful is because you are returning to your natural state, as I shared earlier, and you're not giving something you don't already have. And what is probably most powerful is you're going to do the work yourself. In this workshop, what you give up is more important than what you get. So when you're giving up, you're making this space clear for that true spirit of who you are. So we are going to reveal your system of no power, a system that exists in a state of survival and fixing. So to reveal your relationship to your own system. So when we speak of issues, these things here, the issue is the relationship you have with the issue. There is always a payoff with the issue. And we will go more into detail over the next few days. And the workshop, it's about discovering your greatness, not going deeper into your smallness. So you're naturally powerful, you were born powerful, and instead of being powerful in your life and creating your life, you have held it in a place to get to or have been taking power away from yourself. So the workshop isn't difficult, you will make it difficult. So whatever is going on with you right now, resentments, anger, fears, judgments, is just going on with you. It doesn't mean anything, you are giving it meaning. Look and see how those things are stopping you from being present. So the next piece we're going to go over are the requirements of the next 4 days. Sorry, I have this in the wrong spot. So requirements of this workshop are full participation. This workshop belongs to you. Although the chairs are facing me and the flip charts and all the information is up here, what is going on up here seems important. That's not the truth. The truth is what's going on with you in your spot is what is important. So people might walk into a workshop and with their point of views and think, what's available? What's the opportunity for me? What can I contribute? I want to get the most I can. This is going to make a difference for me. I am excited about the possibility. Instead, I want you to look at it as, do I want to contribute? Can I trust people in here? So this is what actually you're coming in with. Do I want to contribute? Can I trust people in here? I wish so-and-so wasn't here. Do I feel like participating? Am I ready for this? It shouldn't be this way. I'll check it out. So we all come here with those kind of feelings and thoughts. So what I want you to think about is, are you going to be an observer or a participator? So are you willing to make this workshop make a profound difference in your life? It's about creating the workshop rather than just taking it. So we want you to think and to work on the concepts that are brought forward. Not just look at them and observe, but really take them in and to work on those concepts. Not just today or these next 3 days, but it's something that's going to take some time to work on. So the difference between a participant and an observer is going to determine the results you get at the end of the workshop. So if you're here as an observer, I'll tell you right now that you're probably not going to get any information. Rather than being a participant, you will be able to not only get the information, but relate it to your own life and your own experiences. So we're asking you to be present and participate and be willing to give that part of yourself for yourself. The next one is responsibility. So the foundation of this workshop is built on responsibility, that everything that has happened in your life is your responsibility. Not that things have happened to you or that people haven't done things to you, but that ultimately you are the one left to deal with it. So when I speak of responsibility, I don't mean blame or burden, but what I mean is that you own it completely. It is yours. Personal empowerment can only come out of responsibility, not that other stuff. So when people have those interpretations of responsibility, it usually holds it as fault, blame, burden, or praise. So we want you to take responsibility for yourself, for your learning, and your healing here. The third one is choice. The most powerful thing you can do in life is to make choices and be responsible for your choices. So the most powerful thing you can do in being here is to choose to be here because you choose to be here as an expression of yourself, and you're doing this all for yourself, and the choice is to select freely. Fourth is to be open-minded. When possible in this workshop is much more important than your opinion, judgment, or beliefs about it. So to be open-minded, we don't want you to get stuck in the information we're presenting, because oftentimes that is a reaction of what's being presented. It is much more useful for you to be present to the workshop and what the group is doing than to be present in your reactions. So the last one is intention and willingness. All that is needed is an intention and willingness to look at and inquire about your own life, to tell the truth about what is really going on with you. The workshop requires you to tell the truth at a level that you have rarely experienced. It is by telling the truth that you will experience freedom. When you attach meaning to something, you give up thinking. So these are the requirements of the workshop. So what is the opportunity for me in this workshop? So this piece is going to ask you to look at what is possible for you. What could you leave here with? Using your books to share, to write, to document the teachings. And when you do that and you have that willingness to look at the opportunities for you, you open up that space to create opportunities, positive opportunities, to look at returning to the spirit of who you truly are. So the next piece are the agreements. We want you to be on time in the morning, break times, after lunch. Being on time is very important, and it shows that commitment you have to look at the opportunities for yourself. We ask that you refrain from using any alcohol or drugs, so for the 24/4, which is the whole time of the workshop. It is important to show up as your true, authentic self, so we ask that you just refrain for the time being. We ask that you're here for the entire workshop. Each component of the workshop is important. So if you're missing a piece or missing an afternoon, you could be missing some vital information. And in order to get the information required, we need you here for all days of the workshop. No complaining. So complaining is something that is disempowering, and we ask that you, for these next few days, be very mindful of that and just refrain or no complaining. So be responsible for yourself. We are all adults here. We ask that you just show responsibility in time, participation, and all the requirements. As I mentioned, we're going to have some evening pieces. We want you to do your homework. The pieces are important. They help you to go over the concepts learned, to put them into action, and to be able to share your experiences with others. So yes, we ask that you do your homework. We ask that you turn your cell phones off during the workshop. Please wait for breaks. We just ask that you turn your cell phones off, and please be mindful of creating that space of safety. No recording in the workshop, no taking pictures without permission. So please be very mindful of your cell phone use during the workshop. So, are there any questions or comments about the information I've presented? So what we're going to do at this point is we are going to take a break, and when we come back, we're going to go over the finished versus complete piece. At this point, we are going to close the workshop, and no other participants are going to be allowed to join. And if you have to leave, or if there's something going on for you, please come and talk to one of us. Thank you, and you can go for your break.